Millions of Americans could be at risk of eviction in just 2 days when federal protections created during the pandemic are set to expire. About 6.5 million households were behind on rent earlier this month, and around half of those families and individuals worry that they could be evicted in the next 2 months. That's even though Congress has allocated more than $46 billion to help Americans affected by the pandemic pay their rent. Janet Shamlian is in Las Vegas, where just a fraction of the money for rent relief has reached those who need it most. Janet, good morning.
Anthony, good morning to you. The rent relief money is being allocated differently state by state. Here in Nevada, they had only given out about $3 million by the end of June. Texas, on the other hand, has doled out some $400 million. But even renters there are worried that they're not going to get the help they need before the deadline.
The Bumpus family may be on a ramp to homelessness.
Go and sit.
Jeremy says he was laid off in January and hasn't paid rent in 5 months. When the moratorium ends Saturday, he's worried his family will be evicted.
I'm from California, so I'm not from here, so I don't really have no backup plan or no plan B. I don't have family and friends.
The owner of their Houston area home has gone to court to get them out.
What will it be like at the end of the month when the moratorium ends?
We are absolutely terrified of what will happen at the end of the month once the moratorium ends, because any case that was on hold can no longer be on hold.
Juan Santamaria of Lone Star Legal Aid says he has 60 more cases, just like the Bumpuses.
Housing is a human right.
Protests have erupted across the country as the eviction crisis has worsened. As many as 15 million people are in the same situation as the Bumpuses, at risk of losing their homes while they wait for federal rent relief.
The bad news is that the money is getting out very slowly.
Getting the money quickly.
This week, Diane Yentl of the National Low-Income Housing Coalition offered Congress a startling fact.
In some places, it's not getting out at all, and it will not reach all the renters who need it to stay stably housed in time.
Nearly half the states in the country have used less than 5% of their federal relief money. As of June, Florida, South Carolina, and New York had given out less than 1%. But the money has been flowing faster recently. Deputy Treasury Secretary Wally Adeyemo acknowledged that early rules, like allowing only landlords to apply for relief, slowed down distribution.
We revised the rule to make sure that tenants, individual people, can actually apply for that money. In addition to doing that, we've simplified the application process, and we've offered local communities and states the opportunity to work with them to make sure that we can improve the ways that they get the money out the door.
And I really don't think we're going to see this big wave of pending evictions. If anything else, I think it's going to cause people to really incentivize that communication between renter and property owner.
John BORIACK owns these lower-income apartments in Houston and heads up an association of area property owners. He believes the moratorium should not be extended, saying it's taken an especially hard hit on so-called mom-and-pop owners with only a handful of properties.
This is their livelihood, and so when those rents go unpaid, the mortgage is still due and the utility bills are still due.
Advocates like Santamaria say rent relief programs are working, but require patience.
It's understandable if you haven't been paid in 4 or 5 months, you're not thinking the 6th month or the 7th month, that's when you're going to get paid. But these programs are successful, it just takes a little bit of time.
King, queen.
But the clock is ticking as millions struggle to keep a roof over their heads.
In some cases, states simply don't have the staff to run such a large organization, but there are signs of improvement. In June, the states gave out more money than in the previous 5 months combined. Anthony?
Janet, thank you.